For many years, a certain recipe has been changed hundreds of times. There has been things added and switched and taken out. But some people always will think of baking with a family member. Others have not had the experience of baking chocolate chip cookies. So today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make chocolate chip cookies. The first thing you're going to do is preheat your oven, and since we don't have an oven, we're just going to have to pretend we have an oven. You're going to preheat it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you're going to start in with the ingredients. And honestly, it doesn't matter what order you put them in, but for the first two, it does matter. The first thing you're going to add is 2 sticks of butter. Just going to add that. And I got butter, I'm sure. And then after you added that, you're going to add your sugar. So I'm using a 3/4 cup of white sugar and a 3/4 cup of brown sugar. It's a lot of sugar. And you're going to stir that together until it's evenly mixed. And you want to make sure that your butter is soft before you put it in, because you don't want any clumps. And it will look like this. Next, you're going to add eggs. You're going to add 2 eggs. Vanilla. You're going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla extra. And your baking soda. I'm using 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And you're going to stir that all together until it's completely even. And there's no clumps of anything. And you got to scrape the sides too so that there's no ingredients on the sides. And you can use your finger if your fingers are clean. My fingers are clean. And it will look something like that. It kind of looks gross. Then you're going to add your flour to thicken it up. I'm using 2 1/4 cup of flour, just white flour. You can also use whole grain flour. And stir that until everything's evenly mixed and the dough will thicken up. You can kind of use like folding motions because the flour can be hard to stir in since there's so much of it. And it will start to like clump up, but you want to make sure that you can use the back of your spoon so that you can press it down. Stir in the flour. And you'll start to get something like that, which is good because that means it's starting to mix in. You're just going to scrape the bottom too because the flour will collect at the bottom. And once you have it all mixed in, you're going to add your chocolate chips, of course, because your chocolate chip cookies, and that's necessary. And it doesn't really matter how much you add. You can add as many as you want. I'm just using that many. And you just stir it in. And you'll get something like this. So, and now you put it in the oven using a cookie scooper and a cookie sheet. You use one like this, and you just scoop however much you want. Since you don't have an oven, I can't do that. Then you magically get your cookies.